Well, back to Fog Wrestle. We're here to rank every match from WrestleMania 18. We did the review, which was more in depth of the entire show rather than just the matches, but we're here to rank every match from worst to best. I don't actually know the exact number. I think it was 11, but that doesn't matter because we're going from worst to best. We're not going to miss one out. We're not doing the pre-show because you didn't even get to see the pre-show back then, right? And you don't get it on the network, so we're sure as hell not doing it. But kicking off at the worst, we have the Hardcore Championship match.
Maven versus Goldust, fucking botch fest. Hardcore Championship match without any hardcore spots, and every time they tried to use a weapon that they botched and missed, so for that reason it has to go last.
Yep, this match was...
I mean, the hardcore segment, I mean, the 24/7 stuff throughout the show kind of redeemed it.
24/7? Whoa, brother. Hardcore Championship. 24/7?
24/7
but it's not a 24/7 title, big man.
Yeah, but it was defended on 24/7 rules.
Yeah, that was all good, but like we talked about in the review, it didn't actually count as the match, so that's why this ranks worse. Next up, though, we have the women's triple threat match, which Jazz retained her title. Underwhelming. Not that good.
Oh, because alright, it was fine.
Aye, but I think it was underwhelming. Why is Jazz retaining? It was a decent match for women's, but I mean, why? I think Jazz retaining was the wrong thing.
It was alright for me. Like, I just thought every other match was better. So,
but maybe they thought about it as Rock won, face won, even though it was kind of more like a heel, and then Triple H was going to win. But who knows? Next up, though, we have DDP taking on Christian. And DDP retained his European title. The build for this was great, considering the fact that it was a minor match. The promo backstage before the match was great, and it was a nice wee match.
Aye, nice match. Christian loses to DDP. I thought Christian was going to win. He didn't. It was good. 6 minutes. I mean, a lot of the matches in this pay-per-view were 6 minutes. I mean, you can have a good match in 6 minutes. Like, I doubt you're going to have a fucking classic 5-star. Like, but no, it was good. Christian loses to DDP. DDP retains with a diamond cutter. So aye, there you go, DDP.
Well, I think you could have a classic match in 6 minutes, but it was Mankind versus The Rock on Raw, not like 6 minutes, and Austin comes out.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, so DDP retains, and Christian, at least he won the Hardcore title later that night. But moving into the next match, and it is the main event, which actually thinking back in this, right? This is the first time I've even watched this show in its entirety, but a lot of blame gets pinned on Rock Hogan. But you can go shove it up your arse, Triple H and Jericho, because this was just pish.
Yeah, wasn't it? It was a poor match. Poor match. Very poor. Especially considering who's in it. Like, because Jericho and Triple H are great, but
this is probably only ranking this high, even though it's not really high, because it is two main eventers, and it's for the Undisputed title, and it's the main event of Mania.
Even the build, I wasn't a big fan of. I thought the build... I mean, it's not that the build was bad, but it's like... It's the fact Jericho's the Undisputed champ, and his position in this whole build-up. I mean, if you take out Jericho and it's some fucking just guy that Stephanie's paying or something, you know what I mean? Then
it'd be the same thing.
But for I don't know.
Like I said in the review, chuck in an angle to this match. You've got a triple threat, and then Nash can take on Kane. Much better. And
well, I don't think Nash Kane would have been as good as fucking Kane Kurt, like. But
I know, but
I know,
but at least it would have been the NWO. Could have got a wee win. You get me?
Yes.
I think Nash Kane could have been alright.
Yeah, I don't think it would just be.
Oh, well, yeah, nowhere near as good as that. But, yeah, I mean, the crowd were alright for this. It's not like they were completely dead. So that I think that's unfair blaming The Rock and Hogan. But that's what Jericho always talks about. Oh, I wanted to go on before them, but the match was still not good.
Yeah.
So I don't get that. Jericho, you need to do an update, yeah, fucking dickhead. Next up, we have Stone Cold versus Scott Hall. This match had potential to be the best match, but obviously these two guys at the time were going through a lot of shit, brother. Especially Scott Hall, probably didn't even know where he was, let alone in the Sky Dome in Toronto.
I mean, Scott Hall's got issues. I mean, past his prime. Fuck knows how much alcohol and drugs he took before this match. It was never going to be great, unfortunately. Could have been if he was like, I don't know, 5 years younger and sober, but I mean, nah, it wasn't.
I think about this match as well. It's like, I never really bought Hall as a credible threat. You always knew Austin was going to beat him.
Yeah, whereas Hogan Rock had that sort of could have went either way. This match.
Over the shampoo commercial, so another build that's retarded. It's great. I mean, it works. It's funny.
Maybe you should have put the hair commercial on the hair product on the line, perhaps.
Yeah, actually, that would have been better. But maybe McMahon thinks that's a bit goofy for Mania. I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know though. But yeah, this was a good match.
Yeah, it was apparently that deal was worth millions of pounds, like so.
According to Jerry the King Lawler. But next up, we have the 4-way tag match between the APA, Billy and Chuck, the Dudleys, and the Hardys. The APA get eliminated about what 90, well not 90 seconds, like, but I mean about 4 minutes into the match, which just seemed weird. And then we got, I mean, it was a pretty good match, pretty good table spot where Devon went through. Apparently, I didn't see it, even though I did. And then in the end, Jeff Hardy kicks out the Famouser, and then he gets hit with the title after, which seemed a bit stupid. I guess they're booking the Hardys a bit strong, but yeah, what do you make of it?
No, good match. I enjoyed this. I thought it was a really good tag team match.
Yep. Can't complain about it. Next up, though, we had the opener. It was Rob Van Dam versus Willie Regal.
I think this was Regal's best match that I've seen up from in the company till now.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean,
it was the opener.
Again, another 6-minute match, but it was good.
I mean, no one wants this to go 20 minutes.
You know, Regal, thought Regal was going to win several moments, but then, RVD wins it, I mean, Regal delivered a massive fucking German suplex on that RVD's neck, but RVD's great at selling, so, I mean, RVD always makes it
see when Orton hit the RKO on him, I think it was one night stand, like 2007, I thought he killed him, like.
Yeah, I mean, RVD's good at that, like, so he can,
No complaints there. Next up, though, we have Kurt Angle taking on the Big Red Machine. This was actually great, and I think I would probably put it second, not even first. But it's the fact, I think the ending was just off.
Yeah, the ending botched. It did. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
The ref, like, what's the ref doing?
It was your mouth, and this ending was bad. Angle rolls through, and it looks as if he's gonna go for the ankle lock, but then he kind of just decides to go for a roll up, but he's trying to get his feet on the ropes, but
he can't.
He doesn't get his feet on the ropes until like the referee's already at 2.5. So and he had.
And Kane's shoulders are kind of up.
Yeah, and he had no leverage on the pin. It is what it is.
Yep, and next up we had Booger Red taking on the guy that always blades red, Ric Flair. The longest match on the card. Did that affect it? I never actually noticed it going too long.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was probably a wee bit too long for fucking Flair, like, to be fair, but no, it was a good match. Taker dominated most of it. Ric Flair came on at the end. Arn Anderson came out and hit the spine buster. Then Flair Taker couldn't get him up for the last ride, ended up settling for the tombstone. But that ending wasn't that bad. You could believe that. The commentators made up for that, saying, Taker's trying to get him up for the last ride, but like Ric Flair's blocking it. So, even though that's not what happened, it looks like Ric Flair just didn't have anything left and couldn't get up for it, so Taker hits him with a tombstone instead. But
and it makes sense, like Flair kind of gave him everything, but he's just too old.
Yeah.
And Taker's just the man.
Flair doesn't have a move that can beat a main eventer.
Yep, that's...
Unless they're willing to tap out, and you just knew Taker wasn't tapping it.
The only thing...
I mean, Taker's never tapped it.
The only way Flair could have won here was when he went for the last shot, he cracked him with a pipe, but Triple H did that the year before.
Yeah, and that's sledgehammer. That didn't work, so...
Yep. Next up, though, we've got... Right, time it. Icon versus Icon, The Way in the Rock, Johnston taking on Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, Terry.
Hulk Hogan, brother.
And yeah, we're putting this match of the night because, I mean, the crowd, Hogan doing his taunts. I mean, there's just no match that comes close to it as a spectacle on this card, that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of how this match performed, it was always probably going to be the match of the night. It would have been hard for this not to be match of the night. It would have had to been an absolute fucking stinker, like I don't know, and it wasn't. But
Well, I think of Austin and Hall. You know, if they actually had a proper good match.
but I don't know. It's like when you head into WrestleMania and the fucking main event's Austin Rock, it's
I don't know.
hard to top that. Like, I mean, you know.
Yeah, and then they said on like we're not gonna review that Raw, but then they said in the next Raw like, oh, that was the best. They're talking about that was the best Mania of all time. Like I get it, they're always going to say that, but I mean it doesn't lay a glove on 17 for me.
No, definitely not. Like, not for me either. Like
on paper it looks fucking brilliant, but the matches don't live up to it, brother. Like, would you say it's better than Mania 2000? I would. Mania 2000 was pretty shit.
Yeah, Mania 2000 was extremely fucking overrated. Like, I don't even think it's rated. It's just disappointing.
Do you know? I think though a lot of the attitude out, like Bar 17, a lot of them aren't that bloody spectacular.
Yeah, no. 15,
I honestly think like they overrate the 90s. I think the TV show, like the actual Raw and Nitros, are much better than the pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, the pay-per-views aren't that great, like, are they?
Like, and most of the time, I rather watch the Raws and Smackdowns. I prefer them half the time over the pay-per-views because you get far more segments.
Yep.
And shit like that, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But anyway, that's every match rank. We're soon going to be introducing a new series. We're going to be doing reviews on the brand split from the 25th of March 2002 right up till it ends. When does it end? 2011. I don't know if we'll make it that far.
I don't think it ends 2011, does it?
When's it ending?
Fuck, maybe it's 2011. Jesus Christ, guys, 2011!
10 years of the brand split.
Shitload of wrestling coming to Fog Wrestling, so get ready for it, enjoy
you go
it.
for Rock and Hogan on SmackDown to Big Show and Alberto Del Rio and Daniel Bryan.
Down.
I remember watching, seeing his vignettes in his house beside his fridge while he was sipping on champagne. He looked good, but
Yeah, it turned out to be
absolute
shit,
dog shit.
I guess there's worse people. Like,
Scott Steiner would like a word, big man. But anyway, till next time.
Peace.